It's Friday, May 16th. I'm Lisa Rufianj, and this is TV7.ca News. Our set was decorated once again by Coral Collective. Today we talk about one woman's concerns about local dogs being poisoned. We check out a local antique shop, and the gymnastics club is looking for some participation from you. But first,
the St. Albert Food Bank does a great job of providing temporary assistance to St. Albertans. And for most families, the food bank is just that, a temporary solution. The executive director, Suzan Krecsy, realized that for some in our community, the program wasn't addressing the root cause. She started the St. Albert Community Village to provide assistance to those in need to help them return to a state of independence.
This was a concept that we came up with and we opened in 2010. And we opened it to look at the underlying root cause of what's bringing our folks in to see us at the food bank. We just realized that giving food out once a month wasn't the answer, so we had to be looking at something different, something innovative to be able to help our families. Well, people come in and they say, gee, I can't afford groceries this month. And so we'll sit down and find out, so what's happening in your life? And sometimes it's just something simple like my car broke down and they're working within a really tight budget. Other times they'll come in and they'll say, I've just left a domestic violence situation, or my spouse has died, or something else. And so then we're able to sit them down with our social worker and be able to get them referred to our partner agencies within the city.
Krecsy told us that the food bank and the community village support residents from every neighborhood in St. Albert, and there are as many reasons as there are people for the need. The programs offered through the community village are determined by the users.
We have many, many different programs, and the one thing that we do here is they're fluid. So they're client-based and client-centered, so we'll ask our folks, what is it that we can help you with? And so when we first started, they wanted wellness programs. And then the attendance started to decrease, and we started asking people, well, what is it that you want now? And they're saying, we need something more concrete like family law. And so we developed a partnership with a group from Edmonton, the Community Legal Foundation, and we have volunteers from Good Law who come in here and they volunteer their time to do a family law series for our folks. We also have an infant formula program, and we offer a baby layette, and it gives mom new clothes from 0 to 24 months. And plus mom can come in once a week for up to a year for formula and diapers. We have tools for school, so the kids go back to school with new backpacks filled with new school supplies. Plus we have a high-end hair salon that comes in and gives the kids free haircuts. And we also have gently used clothes, and we have gift certificates for shoes. So the kids go back looking like $1 million. And then we have our partners that join us that day so our families can meet our other partners within the city. And we have a rental assistance program where folks come in and they can stay on a rental assistance for up to 1 year, and they meet with the coordinator and they do a collaborative exit strategy. And so one of those exit strategies is financial literacy. So we attach that to it, and then attached to the financial literacy we have something called Rent Smart, and now we have something along the lines of a collective kitchen. So we're kind of expanding things as folks need it, and they'll let us know. And so we never presume that we know what our folks need. We always ask them, and we're having a new program start today. It's called Stone Soup. And it's a support group for mums who have children diagnosed with significant issues, and they're trying to feed them, and it's nutritionally based, and they're trying to feed their kids what they need to feed them while living in poverty. So we have some outstanding 2 leaders who are just outstanding in their ability to make soup from a stone.
The idea of addressing the root cause for the need of a food bank and providing resources to address those issues is something I think everybody can get behind. It's great to see this local initiative is now starting to get adopted by other food banks across the country.
An Edmonton woman has taken to social media this week to report what she believes to be intentional poisoning of animals at the city's off-leash dog parks. Diane Fenton posted on the St. Albert Lost or Found Pets page that a co-worker's dog was poisoned with antifreeze-soaked meat at the Hermitage Dog Park. Fenton claims multiple incidents of this nature have been reported to Edmonton Bylaw. TV7.ca reached out to St. Albert Animal Care and Control, and they stated that as of yet, no complaints of this nature have been reported to our city's municipal enforcement. Pet owners are nonetheless encouraged to be extra vigilant when visiting the off-leash areas and report any suspicious activity to RCMP.
The St. Albert Pickleball Club is having a commemorative ceremony in honor of the late Len Bracco this Saturday at the Alpine Pickleball Courts, followed by a fun tournament. Len Bracco's widow Barb and Mayor Kathy Herron are expected to attend the commemorative bench unveiling, which is scheduled to begin at 9:30. Len Bracco was a municipal councillor in St. Albert and a member of the Legislative Assembly of Alberta. A high school social studies teacher by profession, Bracco first ran unsuccessfully for the Alberta legislature in 1989 in the riding of St. Albert. And later that year, Bracco was elected to St. Albert City Council. He served one 3-year term on it and then returned to the provincial legislature seen again. In 2001, Bracco returned to St. Albert City Council in that year's election. He was re-elected in 2004, 2007, and 2010. During this time, Len discovered the joy of pickleball and petitioned the city into painting lines and erecting nets for 2 pickleball courts at Rose Courts. These were the first pickleball courts in the city of St. Albert and were the ones that a handful of picklers discovered in 2014. Which eventually led to more courts and the start of the St. Albert Pickleball Club. Last year was the grand opening of the newly retrofitted pickleball courts in Aikinsdale, where tomorrow's ceremony will be held.
Well, it is May, and that means that the K40 Club of St. Albert will be organizing the Rainmaker Rodeo Parade once again. This parade has been running every year for the past 54 years. Start time is at 9:30 on the morning of May 25th, and TV7.ca will be live streaming the entire event. That's right, you can check out the Rainmaker Rodeo Parade and all of the great floats here on TV7.ca. From the comfort of your living room, should be a great time.
The annual spruce up and maintenance of Landrec's Water Play Center at Servus Place is scheduled to start on Tuesday, May 21st. Now, all areas of the pool will be closed during this time and will reopen on Monday, June 10th. The aquatics change rooms will also be closed from May 21st to 26th and will reopen on Monday, May 27th. The closure gives Servus Place the opportunity to complete equipment life cycle replacements and any required maintenance and repairs, as well as to conduct a deep clean of the facility. Highlights of this year's spruce up include tile and grouting work to the pool basin and deck, filter cleaning to maintain great water quality, water slide cleaning and surface repairs, and deep cleaning of every area of the facility. Servus Place is committed to maintaining a safe, clean, and healthy environment for aquatics patrons to enjoy. Patrons are encouraged to use Fountain Park Recreation Center during this period of closure, as all annual and monthly Servus Place passes will be accepted for the duration of the spruce up. And additionally, the City of St. Albert's outdoor aquatics facilities, Woodlands Water Play Park, and Grosvenor Outdoor Pool will soon be ready for swimmers to enjoy.
A local gymnastics club is pleased to announce their Passport to Gymnastics event happening next Sunday, May the 26th. Dynamics Gymnastics is participating in the Participaction Community Better Challenge as St. Albertans strive to be named Canada's most active community. The Participaction Community Better Challenge is helping strengthen communities through physical activity and sport. Participaction is awarding $150,000 to the community who rallies the most participants and accumulates the most activities during the challenge. Passport to Gymnastics is a free community event. You are asked to pre-register your children for one of the time slots, 1 to 2:30 or 3 to 4:30. Parents do not need to register for this event, but the supervision of your children is required. Dynamics Gymnastics is excited to host this event and help get communities moving. The St. Albert Club mission is to provide quality gymnastics instruction for all ages and abilities, emphasizing fun, fitness, safety, and progressive development at all levels. Help Dynamics Gymnastics achieve their minutes towards $150,000 by logging on to the Participaction website or their app between May 31st and June 16th and track your movement minutes.
Well, are you looking for anything and everything when it comes to vintage and antiques? Well, I know I am. I love this. A newly opened store in Grandin might just have what you and I are looking for. Anything and Everything Vintage Boutique is this week's Business Spotlight.
Hi there, my name is Marta. I'm the owner of Anything and Everything Vintage Boutique, located in the Grandin neighborhood of St. Albert. Please come and check us out. We've created a wonderful environment, very relaxing, full of antiques and collectibles, and surrounded all of that with anything metaphysical. So I love the older furniture. In order to be called an antique, you must be 100 years or older. Absolutely adore the furniture. It comes in with character, it comes in with a life, with age, and we clean them, we polish them, we take care of them, and of course allow people to see things that have been around for a very long time in its best light. I also love red rose tea. Wade's my very first collection. I've been collecting for a very long time. I love the Depression glass. Anything that is extremely old, I absolutely love. Our store is a family-owned business. It's a little shop. We specialize in antiques, collectibles, anything vintage, and we surrounded that with anything metaphysical like incense burners, rocks and crystals, and I'm also a huge local supporter, so all of my soaps, my candles, my bath salts are all locally made, including the jewelry boxes. One of the coolest things that I have right now is something that appeared on Antique Roadshow. It's an articulated copper and silver fish from a very famous Peruvian artist called Graciela Laffy. Well, I think we are special. I think we've created a little bit of a paradise here. It's a very relaxing, laid back little shop. We love talking to people. We love watching people browse through the store and see the smiles on their faces. And my son and I, of course, being a family-owned business, search high and low for those unique special items so that we can provide customers with pretty much anything they need in the St. Albert community. So we are open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 11 to 7, Saturday 11 to 6, and Sundays as well from 12 to 5. We are again located in the Grandin neighborhood, very close to the Ray Gibbons Drive and the Enjoy Center, and in a very wonderful local community.
And newly elected Alberta Premier Jason Kenney is wasting no time in rearranging his cabinet. And one of those changes included removing St. Albert MLA Marie Renaud from her position on the Premier's Council. Renaud has been appointed to a 3-year term on Council, advising the government on issues surrounding disability rights. Expressing some dismay on Twitter following her removal, Renaud's supporters were quick to chime in on the move by Premier Kenney. With over 15 years' experience advocating for those with developmental disabilities, many believe Kenney's restructuring has more to do with oppositional politics than it does with the best interests of the public. As for how this will affect organizations in our city like Losica, only time will tell.
Cannabis has been in the news and legally on Canadian streets for about 6 months now. And whether you are for or against legalization, it seems as though it's here to stay. Cannabis is used recreationally, medicinally, but how about ceremonially? Join Ringing Cedars Retreat outside of Stony Plain for a retreat from May 31st to June 2nd. The weekend will be led by author, speaker, and guide of Sacramental Medicine's Stephen Gray, and he'll take you through an exploration into the powerful and possibly misunderstood plant that is cannabis. The 3-day retreat includes sessions such as the opening circle, movement practices, guided visualization, and yoga. Now you must be at least 18 years of age to participate. For registration, price and payment options, or questions, email Carolyn or Matt at connect@ringingcedars.ca.
And here is Michelle Parker with Let's Get Fit.
Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be focusing in on a healthy mindset. So thoughts, we all know, they're a powerful thing. Do you ever find yourself filling your head with your own self-doubts, making up excuses? Is that inner voice telling you you've got too much on the go? That it'll take too long for you to accomplish your goals, or that you don't have what it takes to make those changes? Well, if so, then I challenge you this week to change that inner voice. As you begin each day, set your intentions for that day and visualize how will you feel when you accomplish your goals. Encourage yourself with positivity, believe in you. You've got this, I know you do. All right, today we are going to be taking it down for our move of the week, back down onto the floor with some more foam rolling. So let's bring it on down, everyone. All right, everyone, so as I mentioned, we are going to be doing some foam rolling, this time focusing in on our glutes. So we're going to grab that foam roller. Now these foam rollers come in different sizes. Maybe you have a long one like I do, maybe it's one's about half this width, or even a small travel foam roller. So we're going to get into our glutes this time, and how we're going to do it is just by sitting onto the foam roller. Then we're going to take our foot and cross it over our knee, all right? Now if this is too much for you, you can cross it a little bit lower. If you can bring it up and cross it over, that's great too. Think about that knee now as an arrow. I want you to point that arrow towards the ground, and you're just going to start rolling a few inches at a time, back and forth a little bit, and then this arrow is going to slowly start to come up. So you're going to play around, finding around, till you get into that little sweet spot again, and when you do, find yourself sitting there. There it is. And you're going to hold this, remember, for about 3 deep breaths, focusing on letting that tissue relax and melt itself around that foam roller. Once you've had an opportunity to get those 3 deep breaths and you feel that melting start to happen, then you can start to move on to another location. You can go a little bit lower if you choose, finding another good spot. There's another one. All right, again, 3 more big deep breaths here before you move around and find that next spot. As I've said before though, once you've done one side, always make sure you check out that other side. So cross it over and then bend it down over there. All right, everyone, from TV7.ca, my name is Michelle Parker. Hope you're having a wonderful day.
And with better weather on our doorsteps, finally, it's time to have fun and stay active this summer with the City of St. Albert's summer program at Servus Place or Fountain Park Recreation Centre. Program information is now online, and registration for St. Albert residents opened on May 15th, with non-residents being able to register starting May 22nd. The 2019 summer program guides include everything from boxing to ballet, swimming to spin. For more information, please visit stalbert.ca/rec programs.
That is it for this week. If you have any community events or news you'd like to share with our viewers, please send us an email at news@tv7.ca. From all of us here at TV7.ca, I'm Lisa Rufiange, and have a great week.